Caspian, and this is In the Know. This is In the Know. You're a f***ing god.
Morning, everyone. Ready to have a great show?
People are tweeting that Lauren's voice is making them sick.
What are you talking about?
Using the hashtag In the Know makes me blow.
Blow? We partying up in here?
He looks so handsome.
Handsome like it showed.
Michael Tyson, did you ever think in the middle of a bout, I wish I could just look my opponent in the eye and say, I am enough?
I do that when I smash his face.
Tegan and Sarah, my girlfriend, also named Lauren, looks like me. Does that make me an honorary twin lesbian?
Wow.
I'm starting an office frat. Want to be our first member?
This is not an endorsement of Greek life or its rapey wolf culture.
How many horny boomers could you have in this office before it's a fire hazard?
I'm sexually attracted to ideas. I once got an erection from reading Plato's The Cave.
Do you have a therapist?
Oh, hell yeah.
It's time for a racial roundtable. Hold my hand, Carl. Carl, your hand.
I'm a baby. I'm the man.
Hugh Laurie, what should we do about Meghan Markle?
I don't know that any action is required.
Do you have the research for the first guest? This just says straight white woman.
Tells you everything you need to know.
Hello, everyone. My name is Heather Hurt. I am here with the NRW, where Nerds Rule the World. I am here with Zach Woods and Brandon Gardner. Both of them are showrunners and creators for In the Know, premiering on Peacock on January 25th. And Zach also plays the lead character, Lauren Caspian. Hi, guys. How are you today?
Hi. Nice to talk to you.
I like your pillow. I was looking in the background. I like the floral one. And the
sweater. Yeah. That's a very old pillow, passed down from one couch to another, but thank you. We're this close to the show premiere. How are y'all feeling?
I'm excited. I think like Zach and I have said before, the good thing is we're really proud of how it came out. So if nobody ever hears of it and no one ever watches it, it's like, well, at least we made something we really think is good and that we got to make with all these really talented people.
And I don't do well with transitional time, so I've just been crushing up children's Tylenol PM, and it's been going straight up my nose. So I can't even feel my hands or my face, let alone any emotions. You know, it's just I'm barely hanging on.
Well, you're a Hollywood vet. That's a vet move.
That's Hollywood. You know who taught me to do that? Paul Newman.
Talking about classics there.
Yeah. He said, listen, boy. He didn't know my name. He said, listen, boy. You got to crush him. No, but
Zach was a boom operator on Grumpy Old Men.
Yeah, the boom guy. He was. Yeah, he drove. I'll never forget. He drove an old pink Hyundai full of old snortables. But what I was going to say is, yeah, I really agree with Brandon. I think something that's been like a lifelong goal of ours is to hopefully make things that people love, but if not, to fail on our own terms. So either way, we'll be happy. If people love it as much as we do, we'll be delighted. And like Brandon said, we just love the characters and the people who made it, and so we're happy.
Going off of that, how did y'all come to, in the adult animation world, how did y'all come from go from just doing stop motion, or just doing live interviews? How did y'all kind of come to that meshing of the two?
Adult animation sounds filthy to me. It sounds like this like weird, awful, like where someone will put like Marge Simpson like like smashing with like some other cartoon with like the guy from Family Guy or something. So we don't do adult animation because it's sinful and decadent and filthy. But grown-up animation, why did we do this with animation? Is that what the question was?
Where did the mesh up of the live?
Oh, yes, sorry. All that Tylenol made my memory go away. I would say that I think something that was really interesting to us was taking these celebrities and actors and intellectuals and all these different people who have so much media experience, where they've got their glossy talking points and they're kind of a Teddy Ruxpin where they can just press play and say the same thing again and again 100 times, and putting them in a situation in which they would feel both comfortable, but outside of what is familiar to them. So where they feel safe and they don't feel like they're being ridiculed, but they also feel like, wow, I'm talking to this weird stop motion puppet for an hour on a fake NPR show, and how that experience might dredge up aspects of these people who are so familiar that are less familiar, parts of them that we haven't necessarily seen before. And I think that really worked. I mean, I feel like I learned so much about each of these people and new kind of wrinkles to their personalities through that format.
Absolutely. What about, okay, let's move into Lauren just a little bit. Zach,
He'd be delighted.
Where did you get the inspiration to play him? He's so eclectic.
That's like how people in the South will be like, bless her heart. And what that means is like, that woman is dreadful. He's so, well, that boy's so eclectic. Lauren, I think, basically is unfortunately very close to me and Brandon in the sense that like, he's very eager to feel connected to people, wants to feel connected, but sometimes his insecurities or vanity or hypocrisy can get in the way. I think something that was really important for us with Lauren is to show both the obnoxious parts of him and also the very sympathetic and wounded parts of him all at the same time. That his bad behavior originates from understandable insecurity and loneliness, basically. And I think especially where we live and how we live, I remember walking down the street in Larchmont after George Floyd was murdered, and there was a lot of protests happening. And I was walking through this very, very wealthy neighborhood where there was a house that was probably cost $4 million. And in the front lawn of the house was a sign that said, defund the police, I think. Or maybe it was no justice, no peace. I can never remember. But then right next to it was a sign that said ADT home security armed guards. So they were simultaneously sort of trumpeting their ostensive progressivism, but also being like, but we have motherfuckers with guns who we've paid to patrol our neighborhood. And I remember looking at that and being like, oh my God, the hypocrisy. And then I probably walked and like had some like obnoxiously priced vegan meal with like, you know what I mean? And then I was just a self-parody. And so I think we wanted to make fun of people like us who don't necessarily walk the walk and can talk the talk in ways that are not always so charming.
Absolutely. And y'all hit that right on the mark. Thank you guys so much. And cannot wait for the show to premiere. Thank you.
Thank you.
Season's greetings, movie mavens. This week I'm diving into some scalding hot new releases. First up, The Godfather, aka The Yawn Father. Stick to making wine, Francis. But just as I was about to give up on cinema forever, along came Linkard Richlader's Boyhood. It took 12 years to make this movie. Consider that. For 12 years, every man, woman, and child had to live on set, never allowed to leave. They ate there, slept there, and at times surely had to be kept there through the aid of fences and physical violence. But at the end of the day, they made a movie, and movies make so much money. I'd call that time well spent. It's been an honor to review the newest flicks in Hollyweird for you, my fine feathered friends. May I rest in peace. Cooter over and Cooter out.
Great farewell review, Sandy. One of your best. See you next week.